Mother Nature, I love you.
Hello. Welcome to a new episode of whatever the fuck this is. Today we have some very special guests. I don't know if you'd all like to introduce yourselves.
Sure.
We can. Do you want to start?
I'm Chris, and I'm French Canadian. It's my first time in Costa Rica.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm French Canadian from Montreal, and it's my first time in Costa Rica too.
Hi, I'm not going to repeat myself. It's basically the same thing, and my name is Laurie.
Hi, I'm Shani. This is also my first time in Costa Rica. No, I'm just kidding. So I grew up here when I was little, but now I'm back, so yeah. Hi, everybody.
Yes, and today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do testing different Costa Rican local foods and beverages. That's not how you say that. And, we've got the most important.
The gringos.
Yes.
Try.
Yes.
We've got fresh gringos.
The gringos are here,
We've got
ready to try stuff for you guys.
cacique, which we will start with. Classic. No. No, not We've got chiquis, very delicious cookie to go with horchata. Delicious horchata. And what else?
Jesse's gonna try something.
Tamarindo, which we need to get ice because it's still hot. It's
Yeah.
freshly made.
And Jesse has to try.
He will be
Yes.
trying the very typical alcohol from Quebec, which is very great.
It's maple syrup based, so yeah.
It's like it feels
Maple
like cream.
cream.
Yeah.
Maple cream. Yum.
I love me some cream.
Maple cream.
Maple cream, yes. Yes. All right, so shall we get started?
Yes.
Right, let's start with the fucked shit.
Yes.
Cacique,
Let me just.
don't take a smell before.
Okay.
Just
Don't close
Oh,
your
no.
But
eyes.
can we have like a little history of that?
Oh.
Like a context? I
Do- do you
I
know the
never heard
history
about
of-
this.
so we're some bunch of alcoholics who enjoy drinking.
I got
Cacique is made out of sugarcane.
Okay.
It's based of that. It does go well mixed with other things. Not alone so much. We did try having it in what's it called? What was it that we had last night? The spicy stuff.
Oh.
Chili
Chili
guaro.
guado. Hey, good. I was just testing you.
Okay,
Right?
that's a huge one.
Well, we can share it.
Okay.
We can all just.
Speak into mic, please.
We can share it.
All right. Who's the brave individual who will
I
start?
will. I want to do it first.
Okay, you go
I'm gonna
first.
take the whole thing.
I'll
you can.
record.
That's right.
I'll record the noise for your ears.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
I'm
take
gonna
the whole
rate it
thing.
after. I'm gonna take
Wait, before.
You're gonna take the whole
Is
thing
there a
next.
chaser? Oh
We
my
have-
God! There's a fucking.
Another Costa Rican delicacy, Dos Pinos, nectar de pera.
Okay.
Delicious
Pera.
pear juice.
It's happening, guys.
It's happening.
Damn it.
She didn't.
That's
take the whole
right.
thing.
That's right. That's
love
right.
I love that. Can you please give us your opinion?
This really felt like a shot of vodka, like straight, pure, 94% vodka. That's the feeling I got. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
A 3.
Okay.
Wait, can we
Fair
name
enough.
how for the Canadian folks watching this? How much was this? Do you know the price? Like 1,500 colones?
No,
not
a little
even?
more. Well, because
No, it was under 2,000 colones.
It was under 2,000.
It was under
colones.
2,000, which is like $5 Canadian or
Yes.
like 4 US.
But I
bucks.
would really mix this with something. I'm sure it's good, like with juice.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
I want to try it.
Yeah. Do you want it?
Not a
Do you want a whole shot?
Yeah, no.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Mm.
Oh.
I enjoy it. I think it's better than vodka. You give it a 3. I will give it like a 7. 7. Yeah.
Seven?
And I'm not a vodka lover. But I love this, like pure. It's good.
Take that, Russians.
Yeah, I love it. I really love it. Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing is gonna go because.
So I'm the next one.
Go ahead. You can do this. I think she loves it.
Oh, this is the face of happiness, you guys.
Yeah. In Canada, this is normal.
Canada.
So like, I'll give it 4 maybe.
Can you describe it for us? What did it feel like?
It burned my throat.
Great.
That's all.
Salud.
How much of the 10?
Out of 10, 0. This is.
Oh, you don't like this?
It tastes like if I took like dishwashing liquid
Yeah.
and I put it in a cup. But as
Disagree. You have to keep in mind that it's alcohol. You know, it's not a drink with.
I mean, I
it's
love
pure
tequila.
alcohol.
okay, so hear me out. It is better than vodka, but I would give vodka -5 out of 10.
Okay.
So
Fair.
this is 0 out of 10 because I do not enjoy it, but I would pick it over vodka.
Okay.
Nice. Positive then.
Positive.
Yeah.
Sounds of fiesta.
And we're back to the podcast. Welcome. This is my podcast. Sorry.
There's my podcast.
Right
to
now we
today's
shall try
podcast.
Tamarindo, which is interesting because soon we will be going to the beach called Tamarindo. So
Indeed.
yes.
I just want to let everyone know that this drink that I just took, I don't know what this is, it was my first time ever drinking it. And this got me very tipsy, and I want to bring back some home.
What was it? This one?
Cacique. Oh, bamboo.
No. Bamboo. Ron and cola. This is basically rum and coke, babe.
Yes. And it was delicious.
It only has 6.5% alcohol.
That's a lot of alcohol for like a cocktail like this.
True. True.
What is this?
Really? You can't. No. Because it's illegal
Traditional
in Canada.
Costa Rican for loco.
Traditional good Costa Rican delicacy.
Oh yes.
What are you doing?
Having fun. Chill out, Shani. Jeez.
I'm in vacation.
It's his carnival.
You should ask
That's
Jessica.
where you should put the
Because I'm a
this
Canadian icon, and this
Jesse,
is
you should-
iconic, so I have to
Canadian,
taste
You
it.
should take this away from us before
because
we drink the whole bottle.
we're Canadian. We're like drawn to this. We will finish the bottle before
Our
you even.
blood is like maple cream.
Yeah.
Well,
Our
as
blood
long
is
as
maple
everyone is
cream.
having fun.
Alcoholic maple cream.
All right.
Title of my.
Oh, excuse me. What? All right, now.
Cut this out.
No. Not at all.
So this is
This is some.
tamarindo. Can you tell us more about that? What is that? How is it made?
Tamarindo, una fruta tropical del bosque tropical seco de Guanacaste.
Tropical.
I understood everything.
She understood tropical.
It's,
understood
it's
everything,
basically
like
a
you
fruit that it comes in a seed that it's mushy. Oh, I should have brought the stuff for you guys to try it.
Yes.
We'll be right back again.
Don't kill the.
I believe the expression is, "Bitch, don't kill my vibe." All right, we are back. Yes, quite with the tamarindo and the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sell the.
Pas la peau de l'ours, ça va de l'avoir tué.
Okay. Do a close up to my eyes.
Interesting.
Okay. Should I taste this too? Okay.
Okay, let. No.
It's juice.
I will show it to the people
Okay.
and then to you.
Okay, perfect.
It's like unwashed prolapse.
Oh.
But I. Okay.
Okay.
And this
Chris,
is like seed, so I don't eat the seeds,
No,
right?
avoid the seed.
Okay.
The-
It's like a date. What is that in English?
Date.
Date.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a date.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Same texture.
You don't have to get a lot.
Yeah,
trust
yeah,
me.
yeah,
No,
don't-
you got seed.
just
Just
the
this?
tip.
That's
just the
good.
tip.
Just the tip.
That's what she said.
The Costa
That's
Rican
what
way.
she said.
It tastes like agrumes.
Citrus.
Yeah, like citrus,
Citrus is agrume, baby.
but it's not the texture of citrus. I think I thought it would be like more
Sweet.
sweet. Yeah, but I like it. Yeah, I like it. But beside this, can you do like a recipe
Recipe.
with this?
Like a lot of people will cook that into like a fancy sauce.
Okay.
Like for example, that goes really good if you cook it with pork or fish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. It's not my time to try.
Your time to shine, baby girl.
Your time to
Tamarind.
shine. Tamarind.
We're just turning your whole podcast into an
You
ASMR
should
video.
write in the bio ASMR and people trying food.
ASMR Gringo edition.
Okay. It tastes like lemonade, but not
Mm-hmm.
like. I like it. Okay.
Now a little bit of
A little bit of.
Of the flesh.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
need to.
I'm scared.
Mommy said no.
I like it.
Yeah,
You like it?
It's a little bit sour.
it's sour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Great.
Sheesh out of 10.
Sheesh.
It's kind of soft. Okay.
She's gonna first
Absolutely.
try the drink.
But normally
Close
when
up on
people
my
like
face.
this, but Shani made a funny face when we said that we like this.
Interesting question. Well, people don't usually eat it like that. Some people will make candy or sauce. The normal thing is making it into the juice. But it is not common, but it's also not weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
C'est juste c'est plus rare que les gens vont aimer ça. Tu sais, d'habitude c'est comme trop intense.
Ouais.
là.
Oui.
Oui.
Strange.
Oui, oui.
Oui.
Pourquoi tu lances des nouilles à mon âne?
Eh, pourquoi?
Pourquoi?
That's very good. I cannot say what this tastes like, but it's so good and it's so fresh.
Out of 10.
I love this. I give this like a 12 out of 10.
damn.
I would drink this like on a daily basis.
Okay, now try the little fruit paste thingy.
The extract of the tamarind.
The extract.
Tamarind extract.
Put the extract.
Or pulp or whatever.
Yeah. Why does this taste like candy? This is so sour. I like this. This is so good.
In
So-
Mexico, they have a lot of tamarindo-based candy. Some mixed with spicy. Very good.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I saw
I think I already ate it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like the vibe of mango with tajin in
Yes,
Mexico,
exactly.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
I know tamarindo.
are you gonna just eat the whole? Am I not allowed to try it?
No.
I've actually never had tamarindo like from the fruit,
Not so good.
so I'm gonna try the drink. I know I like the drink, but
I tried to put as least amount of sugar in it. So it might not taste like your overly sugary tamarindo is.
I actually prefer it not sugary though. I don't like tamarindo juice, but I don't hate it. But this is better than the one I used to drink at La Paz.
That's because Mac Bless is a professional chef. Well, not professional, but might as well be.
No, I can already tell that I'm gonna hate this. I'm a very picky eater, apparently. I guess I'm not, but just today, what you chose today. It smells like rotten fruit to me. Like, you know, those like when a fruit becomes too sweet because it's rotten, like a rotten mango or something. This is what it. Okay, I'm just gonna eat it.
Damn. I guess that's a pretty good metaphor for what's going on in Tamarindo, the town right now. But Getting political.
Ah.
Shani loves it. She loves it. She is a huge fan.
That was
You're
delicious.
just an eater. No.
No.
Quick,
hater.
take cacique.
Cacique, yeah. That's a good smart. Ew, there's like some coureur de...
What
What are
coagulated
you
what?
putting?
Hold
We didn't give your rate.
This is a neck. The drink is like 7 out of 10. The fruit is a negative 10,000 out of 10. It tastes like rotten fruit. Literally.
Okay, well that's your opinion, Shitna.
That is my
Yeah.
that is my opinion, and I have very particular taste buds. I like salty stuff, so weird acidic sugary fruit is not my thing.
Okay.
This weirdly
It's still in my
reminds
head.
me the candy in the green bag. It's like a green bag and there's a lot of, it's like gummy bears, but the
Patch?
very, yeah, Sour Patch.
Sour Patch
Ah,
Kids.
This tastes like Sour Patch.
This is my spit. Do you want it as a gift?
No, thanks.
Maybe let's show it to the audience up close.
I'm good.
Yeah, no.
Where's the cacique? I'm gonna take a little cacique chaser for this.
Interesting how the cacique now becomes
The chaser. What is?
Cacique
Why is this
cow.
up close to my face like this? You want me to
The fist.
put it in
no.
my mouth?
Okay, we're gonna have to censor that. All right. Well, I believe we have tried everything on the table. Bidding, question time.
Question.
I have so many questions. It's
So
gonna be
many.
sick.
I have
Okay.
so many
Sorry,
questions.
that was
Title of my podcast.
Can we ask some questions too?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
Okay. So first question. What did you expect upon coming to Costa Rica, and how is that different from what you've seen?
Est-ce que vous voulez que je traduise ou vous comprenez? Okay.
Start.
No, but I can't answer this question. I've been here before, so
Okay.
I will pass the microphone.
The first thing that truly surprised me is because I was expecting monkeys, and we did saw them when we got here, but the sounds that they make, I was not expecting this. I was expecting, they're so cute, but the sound they make is terrifying and scary, and I was not ready for this, but I love them.
They sound kind of like metalheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expected to look more like Mexico, in a sense. I don't know. But it's I don't know.
it's not.
I don't know what to answer. But no, it doesn't look like Mexico at all. I love it though.
Great.
Me, it will sound a bit cliche, but I was like, pura vida, na. But when you're here, and it's only like for 2 days, and I already feel the vibe of the pura vida, like everyone is so like not stressed, chill and relaxed, and it's very different from Quebec,
Good vibes.
from Montreal. It's very different.
Would you expect, because I can't answer this question because I've been here, but would you expect that the picture that I depicted to you of Costa Rica is accurate?
Yeah.
Like, is it kind of what you imagine?
'Cause I
didn't
remember-
saw the picture, but
Yeah, because
No,
I
the
remember
wishing.
when you arrived in Canada in like secondaire three.
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah, I was like, is she lying? It's like it sounds like a dream. It's not, but it's really like this. It's true. Yeah.
The people are a lot chiller, more relaxed,
Yeah.
less stressed. That's a very big difference. Like
Yeah.
in Quebec, it's not like this. People are always very stressed and hyper, and this is not the vibe here. I love it.
Much more like smooth.
Yeah.
Like North America is very based around stress, which is why people have so many health issues.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
here it's much more. Okay.
Interesting. Excellent answers. Yes. Okay, so is there anything that surprised you, be it negative or positive, besides the
Monkeys.
metalhead monkeys?
I mean, in Montreal, we're really not used to insects everywhere, and this is a thing here. But I'm already getting very used to it. Like, it's the new normal. But when I got here, I was kind of surprised.
I mean, I can answer this question because I haven't been back in a couple years, and the price changes is what really got to me. Like, it's crazy because I think Costa Rica has gotten more popular. I feel, I don't know if it's the tourism that's affected it. Well, there was inflation, COVID, everything, I understand. but the colones has also become like more expensive. So like the prices have become so much more expensive, and I feel like it's affecting locals because they don't have the like money raise that comes with it. Tourists can afford it, but like it was crazy to see that like something that used to be 400 colones was now 2,000. So
If I may interject,
yes.
so basically Costa Rica is very centered around the center of the country, the city. Don't go there unless you need to get the plane, or if you're going to the mountains. Beautiful, but don't go to the city. Anyway, so when Costa Rica was founded after after we separated from Spain, Costa Rica was like, oh well, they created like the myth of the white Costa Rican, right? And so then they have kind of excluded Guanacaste, Punta Arenas, and Limon, and the bringing all kinds of food products, whatever here, because of this exclusionary concept that they've built from the beginning has affected us now by getting the worst of we're kind of like class B citizens in a way.
Yeah.
So that also plays a role.
So yeah.
Sorry, that was boring, but it's
No, that was
facts.
very
Super
interesting.
interesting, yeah.
No, but so that's what surprised me the most, the price. Because you agree, right? The prices have gone up the roof since last time I was here.
Yes.
Yes.
But I feel like the prices are very similar to like Quebec for the most
Right now, yes. Yeah, I feel like some things are cheaper.
Yeah.
But in general, it kind of looks like what Quebec is. But you have to understand that Quebec, our minimum wage is like $15 an hour. And this
It's
is
gonna
not,
be 16.
and I don't think the
And
minimum
here
wage.
it's like a little over $1.
Yeah, it's literally like 1,000 colones, not even. So like,
That's
Like
$1 for
1,200,
Yeah.
1,500, 1,600.
so the
it's
prices
$3.
being similar is like makes no sense because if they pay the same price for their beer, but they make like not even a third of what we make, like if
1/15 of what we
1/15th,
make,
yeah.
of what minimum wage makes.
Actually, let's correctly attribute
Compare.
because it's been a while since I was a waiter. So yes, the minimum salary per day is between 11,000 and 12,000 colones. So that's like a little less than $20 a day. So 8 hours, $20
per day.
Per day.
Crazy.
20.
And the prices for the grocery
Yeah.
store is this?
Yep.
So they have to work like a whole day just to buy like one meal.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
But I'm guessing like the houses fees, like if you like do you pay house taxes like we pay over?
Oh yes,
Yeah?
we have lots of taxes.
So you paid it like the same kind of taxes that we have here?
Yeah,
in
well,
Quebec?
but most of the time, the taxes are included when you do the purchase. If you're like, the client. So, for example, there's a tax called IVA, which is Impuesto de Valor Agregado, the added value tax. Anyway, that's like a 13% on anything you buy.
Per year or?
No, that's like, for example,
Wait,
as a
how much
consumer.
percent?
13.
So it's similar to Quebec. It's 15 for us.
Yeah, but then there's also things like property tax,
We
Yeah,
have
we-
that
we
too.
a
have-
luxury tax.
We have that
um,
too, but we do have higher salaries.
Yeah, so you have those every year, like
Yeah.
the same kind of taxes as we
This
have
is all
property
Chinese.
taxes.
No,
Damn! Yeah, we could use, yeah.
Do you
Wait,
know how much I make an hour?
per hour? That can't
we
be
don't.
I
right.
don't want to say that.
No, that's.
this is a
Oh wait,
currency.
that has to be 900 colones.
Wait, show me.
No, that says
9,000 colones per
No,
hour.
that has to be per day.
What?
they-
Show me.
No.
That's not.
Yeah, your pay is
Yeah.
not every day. We get.
Yeah,
paid
she
like
makes 10,000 colones an hour. That's what the salary is like.
over there. I
That's
thought
what
you
we
meant
know.
here. I'm like,
No.
okay, that
She
makes
means in
sense.
Canada, per hour, she makes 10,000 colones.
That's almost what you make here in a day.
Yeah, exactly. So she makes that per hour.
Holy fuck. That's right.
That's right, folks.
All right, so next question. So is there anything that you would really like to do before you leave?
I want to go snorkeling. I would love this. I would love to see the fish because the fish in Quebec are very ugly
And scary.
and huge. And we cannot go snorkeling in any lake in Quebec because the water is too
Brown.
brown. So
Yeah.
I wonder if you can hear the chainsaw in the background.
Probably.
What was the question again? If there were things.
You want to do like what's your bucket list before you leave? What's like one thing you want to do?
I mean, there's a bunch of those, but like going to the beach, going to the bar,
Okay, but what's your favorite one? Like if you had to pick one
That's
thing
okay,
to
you
do.
can-
activities.
I want her to pick a good one.
Be honest.
She's picking bad things right now. She's picking. I know what she's gonna say. That's why I'm pressuring. This is why we're pressuring her because we know what she's gonna say.
Taste. Do you want to taste Costa
Do you want
Rica?
to taste? Do you want to taste a special delicacy?
Yes.
Sorry, this is where we were going.
Did you just say ladicacy or
La
delicacy?
Delicacy quoi?
Oh, what?
delicacy?
La delicacy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very valid. Very cool.
Actually, use Jesse's microphone.
I have to go in the jungle. I have to. That's my thing.
Like Arenal or like a Vulcan jungle? What's the vibe?
Like a jungle. I don't know. I don't have any other information, but like I see in my dream, you know. I never been through a jungle, so I have to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you just flew in yesterday. What context would you have on the very different kinds of jungles we have? We have so many different kinds of microbiomes through the entire country that, like, here in this part, we have what's called the dry tropical forest, which is kind of jungly, but way more dry.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be going to La Fortuna, and I think that will match exactly what you would like.
We got an Airbnb.
Did we? Oh no, I'm not going there.
Tamarindo.
No, I got us an Airbnb for that.
For La Fortuna, she says, as she struggles to down her alcohol.
She has this much.
What is that?
Okay.
Smirnoff?
This much
I don't know what happened,
Goddamn.
but it didn't have any juice, and I expected it to have juice. And it didn't have juice. So much.
straight.
It was just straight. We forgot to put the juice. Okay, sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
no worries. Okay, so final question until you ask me questions.
Ooh.
Have you heard of any scary stereotypes or negative stereotypes about Central America in Canada?
I have one. Pickpockets.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest one. Like
Yeah.
when I look online, this is the first thing that pops up. Pickpockets.
I have one. I don't know if I can say it.
Oh.
I don't. You can cut it out if you want. I've heard, like, the only thing I heard about Costa Rica is from a friend that went there, and she came back with herpes on her mouth and a ITSS. So that's the only thing I heard from Costa Rica. So that's my.
Did you fuck with everybody?
No, like it was just one thing.
Trust me, there's a lot of people in Canada who have ITSS too. Trust me.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm not. That's why I'm not judging. Just the only thing I've heard from.
What about you?
Hey,
Chris?
that there's an abundance of that in Tamarindo.
And Tamarindo. We're going to Tamarindo. You guys are gonna. But that's actually not the Costa Rican. It's usually more the like
That's like
tourist
a person.
fuckboys.
Yeah.
Like they're like mamacita, and then they're like, oh, here's my chlamydia,
Here, let me teach you surfing.
and yeah. So, anyways,
I will say the same thing as her.
wait, as Glory,
No, her.
that's
Pickpocket.
the pickpocket. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
biggest.
Yeah.
Bad stereotypes. So, as a person who grew up in Costa Rica, when I came back to Canada, people will always ask me stupid, like not stupid questions, because everybody doesn't know, but like stereotypes. Like I feel like a lot of people imagine it like as a very third world country, where like people are like, "Do you guys have electricity? Like, did you guys like poop in a hole?" And I was like, I lived in a house. And they were like, but people, like, since you were white, did people not like rob you? And I was like, I don't know what you're imagining, but like Costa Rica is just like normal people living like us. Like they don't have maybe that Canadian like very like American like big houses and like but they have electricity, they have Wi-Fi, like they have internet. You can literally follow people on Instagram.
This house is bigger than the house I grew up in.
Yeah. So like that's what I heard most about. Like no internet, no electricity, and no water, running water. For some
Yeah,
reason.
that a lot of people do think that they'll equate Costa Rica to like the absolute most
the worst.
poverty-ridden. And this is the thing. Pickpocket happens more in like the center of the city, like where people will go up and like reach in your bag. But like in these kinds of places, like in the beach, just don't leave your things unattended because someone will probably go. But they won't like threaten your life. That's kind of rare. Although organized crime is currently on the rise, and it is a problem. Ever since I believe El Salvador was tougher on organized crime. A lot of people will come and target Costa Rica because they know how chill we are, and we weren't prepared for that as much. But
No, there's juice in it.
okay, yes, organized crime is on the rise, but we're good here.
Yeah.
It's way less dangerous. I came from Canada to Costa Rica by car, and trust me, Costa Rica was the safest one to be. Honduras and El Salvador were like way more scary. I remember getting arrested with like guys who had guns and they were like pointing at my dad and they were like, give us money. And my dad was like, what for? And they were like, because we told you so. And we were like, what the fuck? And we were like, Mom, we don't want to go to Costa Rica. Like, we're going to get killed. But as soon as we crossed the border, it was like, hola, pura vida. And we were like, okay.
¿Qué mai? ¿Cómo está?
¿Qué mai? ¿Qué tal, mai?
Yeah, we don't even have a military.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them.
Which
yeah.
is part of why some people currently think that this is an easy target. But we are starting to take some steps to help the situation. But it is the truth, and I won't lie to anyone. Because, yeah.
Do you think that it's, but this is a question for you, Jesse, but do you think that it's good that you don't have a military? Like, do you think, because Costa Rica is much safer than any other Central America country, right?
I mean, we do depend on the U.S. military. But then again,
so does everybody.
Yeah, but then again, it's like we don't want to have, like, we're not about having conflict internationally with anyone. I mean, Nicaragua has kind of like a beef with us a little bit because, like, Guanacaste was not from Costa Rica before. It is now.
Yeah.
Their what's it called? Their leader, Daniel Ortega. He kind of despises us, and so he kind of feeds that conversation to the people, and now they do too. But in reality, like, Nicaragua and Costa Rica share so much in common, there shouldn't be a reason to fight. But we have used like our police force if there's ever small confrontations, which are minimal, at least not since many decades ago.
Do you not have a peace treaty though with so many countries? Correct me if I'm
I mean, we don't even have a need to have like a peace treaty because we're like, yo, you know, we just want to like take care of our like trees and we want to like.
What if the U.S. one day is like, we need your resources? You just kind of like you don't.
I don't
have
think
any,
we
like,
have protocol for that.
Okay,
Not
so
in-
you have no protocol.
at
You
lea-
just kind of like hope for the best because you're so peaceful.
Yeah, we're just like, hey, we're not
All right.
messing with anybody, but also, yeah, it's at least it's not public if there is, right? And so we're just like chill. We don't want to pester anyone. We don't.
Like, there's no bad people even in the city. Like, if someone kills someone, if you have no army, no police, what's happening?
We do have police.
She asked if there was no, because probably we can't hear her. Our friend asked if there was no bad people even in the city. So what would happen if something bad happens?
Well, we do have like militarized police.
Police.
So-
Yesterday, I took a bong rip, which was my first Costa Rican bong rip. And the first 30 seconds, I felt like amazing, like I was on the best vibe of my life. And then 35 seconds later, I felt like high out of this world. I couldn't
On
follow
another
any
planet.
conversation on another planet. I had some maracas in my hands and I couldn't even rhythm with the beat. And then I took a shower, which was the best shower of my life. And then I had the best sleep I've ever had in my life. And it was amazing. I loved it. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. We call high grade weed in Costa Rica creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah, because it will creep in on you, right? And so, like it did with your experience you just shared.
I have another question.
You have another
Hold up.
question? Hold up, guys. Two, two,
When
two.
it's coming close to me. I'm not used to say that, but attends, je me rappelle plus ma question.
I don't like it when it's coming close to me. Title of my podcast.
It's a-
Yeah, for the sexuality, because Shani told me like
No.
at least when she lived here, she
Shani
was
didn't say
younger, but she
anything.
said like in high school, guys don't
Sexualize.
sexual.
Sexualized women.
shake
Okay, wait, but
sprouts,
that
whatever.
don't take it out of context.
Yeah,
Continue, Megan.
well,
Continue.
in high school,
Yeah.
because in Canada it's like really based on that, and like teenagers and all.
Make comments.
Yeah. Well, even me, I don't. I sleep with half of my high school, but like it's just. Maybe it's just me, but
Canadian
think
guys really sexualize the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And in here, like,
Ooh, yes, a lot of.
so my question was that is that true that I don't know if it's like that here. Like
Oh, guys here are the worst. Like,
Yeah.
let me tell you what. Like, I've had like no offense to my homies, but like I've had to work on them because they used to when we would skimboard and stuff. Some of them would like whistle at women that would pass by to try and get their attention, and they thought that was normal. And I was like, dude, okay, because my strategy has been this, right?
well,
Like,
for me it's normal because I grew up in Canada. It's always been like
But I
that.
think it happens all over the
I
world.
was like 7 and I'm making dance on 60 dolls like
I'm curious to know what is your strategy that you was about to say.
so what I do is I tell them, yo, dumbass, you think that's gonna work?
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I was thinking.
Like, why don't you just go say hi, introduce
Exactly.
yourself, and if there's like some kind of chemistry, hell yeah. If there's not, then you part ways,
Yeah.
and that's
Because
okay.
if you say that it's disrespectful, they will not care. But if you say the girls will think that you're a fucking loser, it will work.
So about like, you know, the LGBT culture in existence in the city, it's a lot more prevalent because in the city people kind of like socially move faster. It's more open thanks to the universities and more education, of course. But here in like the rural areas, people are like still think very retro, like
Arriéré, là. It's like in Quebec too, you know, in the suburbs. Like if you go to like fucking Saint-Janvier, people are gonna be more close-minded than in Montreal.
But in Montreal, it's very open-minded about it. Yeah.
But I do feel like Costa Rica is a little bit less.
there's gay, they just less
It's just less
they
accepted
didn't get
in
out
small
of the
towns.
closet.
Yeah.
it's in like
They're just less, yeah.
like in Guanacaste, Punta Arenas, and Limon, in my opinion, it's harder for people to come out of the closet because of their family members are like, wait, you're wearing a pink shirt, bro? That's gay,
Yeah.
dude. What? And yeah, it's too much. It's bad. And so, like, people, like, also, like, in front of your face, if they're like, oh, hey, this is my homie, blah, 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 and they pick up that this person is gay, they'll be respectful most of the time. And then when the person leaves, it's like, bro, that dude's so gay, bro. Like, what? And then they'll, like, make a joke about it, but they won't, like...
Tell them to their face or like.
But
be-
fun fact, this morning I opened my Grindr account and there's a lot of gays, but no, there's a lot of profile with no picture. A lot.
Lot of
Like
content gays.
10% of the profile has picture and 90% doesn't have picture.
Yeah, so they're gay
So there's
but
a lot of
hiding.
gay here.
Because of like
In
the
a question of
yeah.
meters.
Like, closeted,
a lot
do you
of
think?
gay,
Closeted,
yeah.
exactly. Or not closeted because they know, but they're hiding it because of how
Yeah.
it's pristine. Because I remember I went to school here, not a single gay kid in my school. I was lucky enough to have like a private school education, so like some tourists and stuff, but not a single like outed, open
But this
gay
is
kid in
kind
the
of
school.
also like generational
Yeah.
because I feel like
Because in
now,
Canada too, Shani.
yeah, we've graduated
In high
like
school,
5
there
or
was
6
no
years
gays.
ago.
Yeah, but I mean,
Even me.
I still follow all of them, and not a single person came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my whole school, like for example, you take today the school we went to school together. You take the school we went to. There's some kids that came out, women, men.
Yeah, but years later.
Years later, but in Costa Rica, I went to that school, and I'm in touch with all of these people. I know who they are, or if I don't talk to them, I still follow them. Not a single one came out. Not a single person was like, "Hey, I'm kind of gay," because we were such in like a suburb area of Costa Rica. So it's just like, even if they are gay, I feel like they wouldn't portray it as much because in Montreal, it's literally a trend to be gay. you're cool if
Like
you're
it's
gay.
cool,
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally a thing. Like girls would put on their profiles like I'm kind of gay because it's funny to say that.
trendy.
I feel
Yeah.
like in Montreal it's the case, but in many like
Yeah.
the town I grew up in and we all
It's
did,
not-
it's
yeah.
not that
only
open.
in Montreal,
Exactly.
like the
Right.
center of the city,
Yeah.
but the
Which is kind of
boundary,
like
the
Jesse
suburb
was
is
saying.
not. It's not.
It's here
yeah.
too. It's in the city.
Also like very like the generation, like
Yeah.
people our age think it's cool. Like my parents still think that's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very.
But older people, that's just everywhere in the world. Older people are always going to be raised on like older
I have a
values.
lot of gays in my family, so
She has a very open-minded family. That's cool.
Very cool.
I'm so drunk and my kidneys. Ouch. Fine.
That's right. Shani says she feels very drunk, but luckily her kidneys are fine after her unfortunate kidney failure.
So I had kidney failure and I'm supposed to not be drinking because my doctor said if you drink it will hurt. But guess what? I'm pretty fucking drunk and I'm pretty fucking fine. So
Cheers.
wait, you drink from this
Oh God.
and I drink from the shot.
Can I like have it on something else?
Wait. This is empty.
Yeah. Well, we should like kind of like respect a little bit of what your doctor says.
But my doctor is a white male, and I feel like I don't
That's right.
listen
Fuck
to white males.
guys. Yeah.
I feel like men telling my doctor is an my doctor is
Straight white
as a
males
straight
are the worst.
is a straight white male, and I feel like that's just a representation of males telling me what to do in my life. So I feel like me taking this shot is for feminism.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers to feminism.
To feminism.
Shitty.
I poured half of it down my face.
Ah.
It's so good.
Oh, you're poisoning me. What the fuck? Oh.
With fucking amazing.
Shani, okay, we just said about taking it chill. No! No! Do you
Oops.
want me to have kidney failure?
Yes. Please follow me in this adventure.
Where's your chat?
Are we,
I need a...
are we best friends or are we not? You need to have kidney failure with me.
Are we best friends? I've never heard you say. I thought that, but you've never said that before.
I said that to my Canadian friends. See? Proof.
So you're cheating on all of us.
Why?
No, I'm the first girl.
She's the so Dylan and Lori.
Girl.
Yeah.
The other are just
Dylan and Lori are like Dylan and Lori are my like very good friends that I will travel with, have fun with. Megan is my like best friend. If somebody says who's your best friend, Megan. But if somebody says who's your best friend,
Straight friend.
like who's your best
I'm straight.
Okay,
She's
best guys.
friend,
Yeah.
it's you.
Oh, wow.
And then Chris is second, but I've only started
Love
talking
it.
to him
Chris,
recently.
I'm pretty... I don't like...
Chris can be another one because it's kind of another category.
I dropped it again.
First straight
This is the third
white
time.
girlfriend
I'm dropping.
is me. Straight white Jesse.
Half white. Half white.
He's not even.
White.
Yeah.
Half white.
He's not even
Half-
white.
I am half white. You're
You're like
literally darker
horchata.
than... I am like horchata.
You are horchata.
Yeah.
He likes horchata
Yeah.
so much because he is horchata.
You're like milk and coffee.
Café con leche.
Café con leche.
I'm
just
literally
like
tanner than
horchata.
him.
That is true.
Put your
With
arm.
me, I'm so high. Come in my world.
I'm like, in certain parts,
Ma, yo soy menos gringo que usted.
well, in certain parts,
okay.
I'm black.
¿Tienes personas que te escuchan que hablan español?
Obvio.
Obvio, ok. Ustedes tienen que decirme si yo sueno como... ¿Qué dice? Una gringa. Yo soy gringa cuando hablo español.
Eso prueba mi punto.
No, porque yo estoy borracha. Por eso hablo así.
Ok, está bien.
Ok, mira,
Déjenos
mira.
saber en los comentarios,
En los comentarios.
si ustedes creen que Shani tiene un acento o no.
Yo no tengo acento, yo hablo como una perfecta... No gringa.
Ajá.
Como una tica, yo hablo como una tica.
Hong, hong, hong.
No.
Oh, wait. So, let's see if maybe you guys can bring everyone else so we can finish.
Ouais. On va juste faire la fin, j'en vais. Merci d'avoir écouté.
Le oui.
Le oui. Porque mi español es bonito. Mi español es perfecto. Es como... John dijo que mi español es perfecto, que no suena
Sí,
como...
pero John se ha equivocado mucho en el pasado.
en el pasado. What does that sound like? So like deep and thoughtful, you know?
John se ha equivocado en el pasado.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shani, are you trying to like... God damn! Jesucristo.
I can feel my kidneys yelling at me.
I can hear mine yelling at me too.
Stop! Can you add sound? Can you add hell, like hell flames and sound fires? This is my kidney right now. So then you add like little...
Oh, 100%. I'm going to put this on pause for now until everyone gets back.
Wow, you don't think I'm interesting enough for the podcast?
No, totally, but I don't want it to be like much too
He doesn't
long.
think I'm too, and he doesn't. Yes. Go turn it on.
Okay.
Difference between countries. Also, I just made an awesome speech, but I was drunk and he didn't record it, and it was amazing, and I wanted to say that.
Honestly, one of the most deep things that Shani has said on this trip so far. I mean,
Okay, on this trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing. He didn't record it because he hates me.
That's not true.
He wants to portray me as a dumb blonde.
That is not true.
I'm not even blonde, but that's what he wants. I had a question for. Okay, so hear me out. Before.
Oh wait, so basically to end the other point, guys here like machismo, which is sexism.
That was
from men.
yeah what I was gonna ask.
Machismo.
Genre machisme, genre tu sais comme les gars, genre exactement.
Yeah, so
Si.
Es el mismo en
Quebec.
francés.
Ah, okay. Well,
así es.
así es.
And so, you know, there's a lot of machismo in Costa Rica and all of Latin America. And little by little, everything that's happening in the US and North America in general, I guess, is helping with helping men deconstruct this machismo. Because, I mean, men are also victims of it.
Yeah.
Like when I was growing up, people would say horrible things just because I didn't suit the norm.
Stereotype of yeah.
Yeah, like, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm just glad that it is moving forward
And not backwards.
and not backwards.
Thankfully.
Although there are very like machista influencers out there, I guess like Andrew Tate, who are very
Yeah,
toxic
yes.
Very problematic.
and making the progress much slower than it should be. And that's even him and people like Trump and all these you know, they're making, because like we even have like this culture war that is happening in North America, right? And
To go with Andrew Tate, a lot of men relate to him and like try to be him. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? Literally, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
But
Yeah.
like I feel like those people are more hidden because like
No, they don't hide it. They don't hide it.
They're very open about it. But the thing is, it depends on where you're from, which is why I was asking. Because, okay, so earlier Megan told Jesse, right, that I said that people here were not sexualizing, which is not. One of the biggest stereotypes about Central America is men being like kind of like the type of men that will whistle. Harassing.
That does happen, yes.
Latino men are very known as a stereotype to be harassing to women. Sadly, it is a stereotype that tends to be true. I'm from Canada. I've been like, I know men in Canada can be shitty when they get to know you, but they won't like whistle at you in the street as much as like Latino people.
yeah, and a lot of people will say that is because we are very passionate men. And that's
No.
like, no, it's just we have
It's
bad.
very machista. It's a very machista mentality,
Super.
right? Yeah.
And so I do feel like it's getting better, but I think that's not enough. And let's hope and try and help the people in our lives to do better.
To do better. I feel like also Central America is a little bit more.
Clank.
cheers. It's a little French for cheers.
Salty?
Salty.
Calice de con.
Mais voyons donc.
Mais voyons donc.
Salty tabernacle.
Salty tabarnak, les con.
Le machismo is the shit.
Machismo, salud.
Cheers, queers.
Cheers, queers. Cheers, queers. Yes.
Machismo is also like very like Latino because like I feel like in Costa Rica it's a little bit less developed than like in the north, like for Canada more than USA.
It is a third world.
Yeah,
country.
it is a third world country, and people have not evolved to that point yet where like there's a lot of like feminist men in Canada, like a lot of them. There's still assholes. Hear me out. Still
I hate
assholes.
them when they say they're feminists. Like men that say they're feminists, I fucking hate those men. Like,
It's so
shut
pick
the
me, guy.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a feminist.
Is it
Good job. You have
cool if I say
decency.
that I'm an ally?
Yes,
who
please.
upholds-
Ally is the word you should use. And whenever I try to educate those men about like not saying you're feminists and saying you're an ally, because you don't. It's like saying I'm gay when you're just not homophobic. Like you cannot
It's
say
like-
you're a feminist. It doesn't work, and it feels like you're just trying to attribute to yourself like a community that's not yours. Like it's please just say you're an ally, please.
Maybe the
Because
microphone.
I think that a man can't be feminist. It's not the same thing as queer baiting. It's different because I consider myself feminist. What I don't what because feminist is like
A movement.
a movement, you know.
I just feel like.
I don't consider myself a woman. I
It
consider
depends
myself a
of how
feminist.
It truly depends how you say it. I don't want to start a debate on this, but it's just like if
Wait, I want to start a debate on
if you're like
I have an
being
opinion.
abusive to someone and someone tells you like, oh, like that's not the right way you should treat women, and you answer with, oh, I'm a feminist, that just seems so wrong and so much like you're trying to just like
Yeah, but that's because
justify.
it's some
It's
shady
justify.
people.
Yeah, because it's a bad use. Okay, so feminism is a movement, which feminism at the base is just a word to say that you want equal rights. So feminism is just, and then people in both extremes, men will use like feminism as an insult, because some.
But because, for example, for myself, why I say that is as a gay man, I only have female friends.
Yeah.
And for me, girls are like the best thing on fucking earth. They're fucking powerful, and I
like,
live
yeah.
for women. So I think it will be like stupid that I'm not feminist. Like I respect women so
I think what she means
deeply.
though is when they use it. Okay, so hear me out. A man can be feminist, but if he uses that an excuse to justify his
Yeah.
misogynistic way, then that's where it's problematic.
Yeah.
Because you can be a feminist if you're a male.
Because I think it will
Because
not
the
be true to
movement
my
is about-
values if I said I'm not
Yeah.
feminist.
So
Because
the
it's not
movement
true.
is about equal rights. So both genders should be
Yeah.
able to relate to it, but using it as an excuse.
Using
should
it,
be-
it shouldn't be appropriate. But I feel like in the next years, the feminist movement and the men in the the feminist movement should
community.
get used to saying you're an ally rather than saying you're a feminist.
I have something to say about that. Because I used to date someone who was like very, because I was learning a lot, right? Because
did?
I yes, believe it or not. And so basically, I in the end, I understood that I believe in feminist values, and therefore I want to protect equality because I, as a man, have also been affected by machismo, which is the topic that we're like, I guess,
Talking about,
focusing
yeah.
on. And so I want to be able to wear pink shirts. I have feminine qualities, which I think are badass. And I don't want to be like, felt bad because of it.
Please say it louder, please.
And-
For the people in the back.
And- yeah.
back.
And so it's like there's a lot of dispute in feminist communities about whether men can be feminist or not. And I think for gay men, that is even more like I feel like because they've been affected by machismo so much as well, they feel like I don't know. I
No,
just
but you're allowed to. You're
Right.
allowed to be a feminist too.
I'm all I want to say is that I support the movement, and I think whether if I can or cannot be is secondary to the objective, because I just don't want to
I
there's
disagree with her.
there's a lot of women who feel like, well, men cannot be feminist, but then again, like, gay men are so affected by machismo that, so I don't know, because I'm just like, I just want people to like be able to be their true selves without being told that they're like less than they are, because everyone should deserve respect except for assholes. Everyone should not be an asshole.
Except for Andrew Tate.
Yeah, and so with the Andrew Tate situation, he makes the he makes the movement go slower than it should be, and others who think the same, because objectification in the end is horrible, which is something that we spoke about earlier.
Men also get objectification.
That's true.
I'm very drunk, but I disagree with her because I've had so many. Growing up in Costa Rica, I've had so many good men in my life, like Jesse, like Saba, good men. And I disagree with you because feminism is about equality. So I think both sexes should be able to be I am making no sense. I'm drunk. Partake in feminism because both genders suffer from misogyny.
Misogynist.
And then I think at the end, feminism is about coming together to make everybody equal. It's about equality. It's not about women being better than men. And I feel like when we make men like, oh, you can't be a feminist because you're a man, we're kind of doing the opposite of what feminism is. We just want everybody to get along and be equal. And if you're telling someone they can't be part of something, you're dividing. And we don't want to divide, we want to unite.
Yeah.
But
That made no sense. I'm sorry. I'm pretty drunk. Actually,
No,
you know
it
what?
actually
I'm
really no. It
I'm
actually
retiring.
it actually made a lot of sense. The only place where I don't agree with you is that I don't think that every man should be allowed to consider themselves a feminist. Just because if you've never really had any conversations with a woman, if you've never tried to educate yourself, and you're just calling yourself a feminist for the only reason that you want to you want to say like I respect women, so I'm a feminist. I just don't think it's always true in every situation, and I don't think it's always the good thing to say when someone disrespects you.
Props to you.
Yeah.
Feminism is for everybody unless you use it as an excuse to be a shithead.
can men be
My
feminists or
Crocs.
not? Leave it in the comment. But I
and
just
look at
wanted
my
to
Crocs.
end this by saying that I understand your point because it's very difficult to let the person who has done the damage to be part of the movement.
Yeah.
And it becomes very much more complicated when you add LGBT men who are also affected by machismo,
And
who
who can
want to
also
be part
be
of
machismo.
True, and who want to be part of the change. So I think it's a lot more complicated, and as a straight half white man,
Cis men.
I'm open to learn and to contribute in a positive way, and I understand women being defensive about it because we straight men have been the most piece of shit or the creators of the problem. So I'm just gonna stand back and listen.
Nice.
But if your point is valid, then you should be able to. I'm a feminist, right? Women need to be stand up for it. But if you're a man and you speak up, at least people listen to you. So might as well use your voice to help us.
Exactly, like we need those men who are ready
We
to
need-
educate
we
themselves.
need men
and,
to
like,
educate.
Speak about it.
Do not speak for us. Like, do not put words into our mouth. Just like same thing for racism. I will not speak for like people who are not. But if you're a man and you want to speak up as to help your peers understand, then you should always do so because men will listen to you more than they will listen to us. Because men don't listen to
Preach.
us. All they do is look at our tits, which
Facts.
understandably so. But
Facts.
also, fuck
I
you.
look at tits all the time too. I love it.
I look at your tits all the
I
time.
like you. Yeah, same.
This episode will also be up on
Sponsored by
OnlyFans.
Browser.
You wish.
Well, yeah, I'm. Oh, this
So
is so
I add one more question for Jessie. And my question is,
Where's the vodka?
where's the vodka? My question is, how do you feel about like we can talk about Canadians, but any tourists that come into your town? How do you feel about it? Are you excited? Does it bring you joy? Are you more stressed about it? Like, what's your
That's such a good question.
take?
You're so smart.
Thank you.
That is a very fucking good question.
Like it.
So I think it's very divided, the situation, because one, tourism is like our number one income, and two, it's also our number one downfall. Because historically,
Just like in Cuba.
just
That's
like
the same thing.
Well,
because I don't know about Cuba very much because
Number one.
it has the
income for
embargo,
sure.
but
yeah.
you know.
For sure.
But in our case, we still have, what's the word, like PTSD from colonialism. in a way. Just like people of color in first world countries have PTSD from the racism, the slavery, etc. Costa Rica has had a lot of racism and a lot of slavery. And so, when we see people who bring money and influence from other countries, we're like, okay, hold up. However, Costa Rica kind of depends on it because we're a beautiful country who upholds a lot of green values. Although we can be hypocritical about it. For example, our pineapple production, even just people throwing trash in, like, as we cross the bridge and stuff, right?
That's tourism, though.
Yeah.
That's
That's a lot of local people who throw trash too. Yeah.
Do you feel like the trashing is more by locals than tourists?
Actually, I think it is done more by Costa Ricans. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Unfortunately, but my point here is, we appreciate the individual tourist rather than the people who come from companies who are like, oh, let's make a Planet Hollywood. Let's do Four Seasons. Because these people are more predatory. Also, for example, real estate people who come from like the US or Canada or Europe who are selling Costa Rican land to people who are not Costa Ricans and profiting from it. And maybe the family who sold the land will have money, but because there's also a lack of investment in education, it's hard for Costa Ricans to be able to use it wisely. In the case of my town, Playa Hermosa, that's our history. All of this used to be from one family, and it was sold for peanuts because back then there wasn't education. We didn't have a school until like 10, 12 years ago.
You weren't aware of its worth.
Right. We have a podcast on that in Spanish if you'd like to talk about that. Or hear
I will
about
go
it.
watch that.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. And
I'll
so,
translate it.
Please.
and so these people thought it was a lot of money, and they didn't have the education to know how to use it in the quote-unquote best way. And so they were more victims, even though they saw or felt like they were being paid fairly, but they weren't. And they didn't know that, because how could they? And so we have a lot of distrust, but we're also grateful at the same time. So there's a lot of mixed emotions because of our history overall.
So the overall take on this is you're
It has ups
mixed.
and downs.
Yeah.
We're mixed. The individual tourists who are really cool, we love.
It helps with the economy, but it also is a downfall for the economy because the more tourism, the more expensive things get, right?
Right, because the standard of living, more so from two factors. One, the factor of the big investment from companies that come from outside, like big hotels and such, and also people who come from outside of the country to work here, like people who work online and stuff. What are they called?
Yeah, like those individual, self-employed, self-employed online work. We know what you mean.
Yeah,
We know.
and in Osara, a lot of people have come and started living there and raised the cost of living in general. So a lot of people have to leave their generational, like, homes or where they come from to go to like the city, because them living here has now made everything cost more, and now locals can't afford it. So it's mixed, and it's very complicated, and it's difficult to try and juggle, so to speak.
like Tamarindo, right?
What needs to change in order that the tourism becomes like a very good thing? Like what?
I don't think you can.
It's very complicated. I myself would perhaps. God damn,
Yeah,
that's a
it's
hard
such
one.
a big juggle. It's such so many things because tourism is a need, because most jobs here are based on tourism. But the more tourism you get, also the prices go higher because shops go higher for the tourism.
So it would be that tourism doesn't make inflation.
As
like-
was saying, just like taxi driver, like at the airport,
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah, they make
much
so
of
much
them.
money of
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Taxi drivers.
I think the best way as tourists that we can encourage is to encourage like local things instead of very touristic things. Also, Jessie, are you okay?
Also, I think Jesse's got
Yes, I just look good on camera. Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah. But basically, I would say that the government in general can help make local,
Encourage local.
encourage local. Like, for example, there's a fucking Walmart in the area. Go to
Why?
Pequeño Mundo,
Yeah.
which is
Don't go to
Costa
Walmart.
Rican.
Go to the Chino.
Yeah, don't
Go to Walmart.
Don't go to Walmart. Don't go to Four Seasons. Don't go to Planet Hollywood. Even like local Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Good.
And tip your waiters.
Yeah.
Tip your waiters, guys. Tip
And,
your waiters.
and so basically, also we have McDonald's in the area.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go to
Don't go.
McDonald's. Go to a local soda.
You'll have even better food, better for your health. I worked at McDonald's. The shit they force you to say that it's 100% beef, but then when you sign your contract, you know it's not 100% beef.
It's rat meat.
What do they put in it? We don't know, but it is not 100% beef. Do not go to McDonald's. Go to your local restaurant, and then you'll pay a little bit more, but it'll go to local stuff, and you'll eat better.
And why would you go to McDonald's in Costa Rica?
Why the fuck?
Anyway,
Unless
so
it's for a McFlurry, then I'll learn. If you're
shut
really
the fuck up.
high,
No, stop.
I understand
Stop.
if it's for a McFlurry.
I want to thank everyone here. I think they've been fantastic guests, have made fantastic questions, and have answered fantastic answers. And so I would say maybe if anyone wants to say any last words, we can end with that, and then we can go tan or whatever.
Fuck bitches, get money. That's my last word. What's
That
your
was my
last
cheese.
My last word is. How can I be homophobic?
word? My bitch is gay.
So this is the LGBT couch.
My
But this is the most not alike sentence I ever heard in my life. But I love this song too, but this is so bad.
I'm gonna. My last words are. Tamarindo tastes like fucking shit, pero calcique.
Tamarindo's fantastic.
Tamarindo's not fantastic, but you're fantastic, Mr. Bombastic.
Jesse is the best host I've had in my whole life.
See you in Tamarindo without any fucking tamarindos.
No,
God
please,
bless your
please.
soul.
God,
Chris.
Okay.
I'm Chris,
Thank
and
you.
this is
the mic
Thank you
drop.
so much.
going to the
Mic drop.
This was amazing.
With my
We finished
bitches.
with a song. Yes.
And we're gonna go.
We
Attends,
finished.
On s'en va. On s'en va se baigner.
On s'en va se baigner.
On s'en va se
Dans-
baigner.
non, chante-le. On s'en va se baigner dans l'eau de la petite Costa Rica.
There was some good lyrics. Some actually good lyrics.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. ASMR.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Leave a like and a follow if you like this podcast and you want to see
Hi
us more.
guys. Please subscribe and follow to Jessie.